Story 1. Today I messed up by dying while the VA system is down. Hi. My grandfather passed away on Wednesday. He served diligently in the Royal Lao Air Force and the United States Air Force. He has the papers to prove that he served both with and in the U.S. military, all but one paper. My grandfather did not have his discharge papers, and Veteran Affairs, VA, cannot find it while their system is down. The funeral is on Saturday, and my grandfather wanted a military funeral for everything he's done. The VA has denied my grandfather the military rights, and it just feels horrible. We're doing all we can to comfort my grandmother, and I just wanted to vent and tell all of you this. If your grandparents or parents served in the U.S. or any military, have their discharge papers ready, or else they will not have a military send-off during their funeral. Additionally, have them, or rather, write an autobiography with them while they are still alive. Hand it out during the procession, and at least everyone there can know their history and of their military service for our country. TLDR, have your loved ones' discharge papers ready in case if they pass away and want a military funeral. Tell them that you love them. Edit. Thank you. I've emailed my representatives in TN. I'm hoping for the best and expecting the worst. Edit 2. I'm going to go to the VFW offices and try to get something done there early morning. Thank you all. Story 2. Today I messed up by spraying a fragrance on my sausage. So earlier on today, I ended up thinking what would happen if I sprayed a fragrance on my sausage. Big mistake. At the beginning everything was fine, for about maybe 5 seconds. Then the burning started. Boy dio, I regret putting that fragrance on my sausage. It repeatedly burnt for many hours as I was suffering in pain, while it was all getting so red. It got to the point where the pain was unbearable and so unforgiving. It got to the point where I was screaming in pain and was getting close to calling myself an ambulance as the pain was just too violent for me to handle. At this point I decided just to go to sleep to see if the pain would just go away, but oh, I wake up 4 hours later all sweaty and miserable thinking how the fuck did I get here in life. Thankfully after this the pain started settling after 6 whole hours. TLDR, I spray a load of fragrance on my sausage for a joke and end up suffering for about 6 hours while getting to the point of considering calling an ambulance. Story 3. Today I messed up by calling out an emergency electrician. TLDR, I called out an emergency electrician to turn a plug on. This literally happened to me around 20 minutes ago and I'm still recovering from the shame. I was working from home today and went to make myself a cup of tea, only to discover that my fridge wasn't working. I freaked out because I'd already lost a week's worth of food shopping less than a month ago due to the electric failing. So I called my handyman, really stressed about losing my food shopping. He tells me not to worry, and he will call for an electrician urgently to have a look. Anyway, 15 minutes later the electrician arrives and I'm saying to him, "Please fix it, please." Electrician takes one look at the fridge, looks me dead in the eyes and says, "I know what the problem is." He then, with full eye contact, bends down and switches the fridge plug on. The fridge comes to life. We stood there looking awkwardly at each other for a good 5 seconds before he says, "All fixed," smiled at me and left. And that's the story about how I called out an emergency electrician to switch on a plug for me. Still not sure how it got turned off in the first place, but it's fixed now. Story 4. Today I messed up by buying 5-inch shorts. For the last several years I've worn longer shorts, like typical basketball or workout shorts that cut off at the knee. Recently my wife told me that she wanted me to go shorter so she could see more of my legs because I have sexy legs, her world's not mine. I figure I gotta keep my lady impressed, so I started shopping for new shorts and concluded that a 6-inch or 7 inseam is about right. These hit me just above the knee and she seemed to be okay with that. Well, I have this pair of workout shorts that's the BCG brand from Academy Sports that have this liner in them. The liner is like a pair of briefs built in, but it's stretchy and breathable and it's actually really comfortable. I'm a boxer/boxer brief guy, but these are actually really comfortable, to the point where they've become my favorite shorts to work out in. Well, last week I decided I wanted another pair or two, so I went back to Academy Sports, and all they had in my size were the 5-inch inseam. The original pair is a 7 inseam. My wife and I were together and I thought they might be too short. She suggested I try them on, so I did. She loved them, said they really showed off my legs, and I thought they felt fine, so I went for it. Well, this past Wednesday I wore them, relying solely on the liner to keep me in place, and it mostly worked. It was chest day and I went to do some sets on the decline bench, and this is where it all went wrong. The decline at my gym is actually pretty tall, and I'm not super tall, so mounting it is a little bit of an issue, but I've done this hundreds of times to the point where I don't even think about it. So I go for my usual move, lift my right leg up and over the center bar and insert my leg in the slot. Stirrup? I'm not sure what you call it. At this point I'm standing there with my right leg locked in. From here I normally get a little bounce with my left leg and spring up, sliding my left leg into the slot as my butt hits the bench, and then I lay back. It all kind of happens in one motion. Again, I've done this hundreds of times. Well, this time I went for it and I'm not even really sure what happened, but I guess my butt hit the seat too early. All I know is that as I was in motion and at the point of no return, I could feel my shorts being twisted and things started shifting around, but I couldn't stop my momentum. As my back hit the seat, I realized my left leg didn't make it in the slot good and I was essentially spread eagle. Then I felt the sensation of cool air somewhere it shouldn't be. That's when I realized that everything popped out of my left pant. Shorts, leg, and I was on full display. Everything was out. Fortunately, I was able to gather things up and slip everything back in rather quickly. I'm not sure who else saw, but if you're the lady that was on the rowing machine at the YMCA this past Wednesday between 5:15 to 5:30 a.m., I'm truly sorry. TLDR, today I messed up by wearing shorts that are probably too short. Story 5. Today I messed up by forgetting to wish my so happy birthday. Update. Rescheduled. I definitely blew a chance to be a bright spot after a couple rough weeks for so at work and flurry of recent family obligations. Together 3.5 plus years, so this won't break us, but still the kind of thing I will kick myself in the butt over for some time. Post below may not be clear that us getting so birthday and ability to meet in sync is rare. / original post / supposed to meet up with my so tonight, as per our usual schedule. Exchange some frivolous texts this afternoon and I ask how their day is going. Response is, poor mental health day. Me, anything I can do to help? So, / unrelated reasons for stress / not sure how good of company I'll be tonight. Me, do you want to try reschedule? So, I was looking forward to spending my birthday with you tonight, but I feel dumb telling you now since I missed your b-day. / note. This is true, despite us exchanging texts that day / but if I had come over and you missed it, that would break me. Plus, I'd feel like I was setting you up. Me. Silently inside. Foo, I have this b-day marked in my calendar with an alarm that went off last week. Expressionless face. Now I'm scrambling to fix this. TLDR, didn't wish my so happy birthday without prodding and am now a $hitty partner. Story 6. Today I messed up by doing an entire group project on my own, woman face palming medium light skin tone. Whoops. We were assigned a group project in class. I had missed class 2 days this week because of illness and saw that on Monday. We were assigned a group presentation on Friday. The Friday date in the announcement post wasn't specified, and we had done a presentation earlier in the year that was due the same week it was assigned, so I naturally assumed that it was due the Friday after it was assigned, 4 days later. I make a group PowerPoint and tell my group mates to each claim a slide. I would choose a topic after everyone else did. One claims hers almost immediately, the other 2 have yet to respond, and I create a general outline for the PowerPoint and how it should flow. I plan to work on it later. Friday morning rolls around. I have procrastinated a little, and when I log on to do my slide, I see the PowerPoint isn't yet done. In fact, it's been practically untouched. In the span of an hour, I do the entire PowerPoint, it's only a 7-minute presentation, and email the rest of the group, a little miffed, that the PowerPoint was done and they should add anything they want / look over it for the presentation today. At this point, I have convinced myself that I would be doing the entire presentation as well and I should prepare for this eventuality. Oh, thanks. One says, but we're doing this next week. That's why I haven't done my slides yet, lol. Oh, whoops. I apologize for taking over and let her know she has the prerogative to delete and change whatever she wants. I have class in 20 minutes. We'll see just how bad I messed up, lol. TLDR. I did an entire group project on my own because I got the due date wrong, and trampled on the toes of my group mates by not including them in the creative process. I didn't mean to exclude them and I don't want them to think I'm looking down on them for not participating even if they meant to. I just feel kind of bad, LMAO. Story 7. Today I messed up by sending a jokey sign to the entire law firm I work at as a court filing. I am an admin assistant at a small / mid-sized law firm. We recently moved offices. In the new office we have space for a station dedicated to administrative tasks, printing, mailing, scanning, etc., so that everyone can easily access that stuff. I was setting up a laptop dedicated to the admin station. I was procrastinating a little and I wanted to make the background look cute. On my own laptop I designed a cute sign on Canva with flowers that says live, laugh, litigate. I needed to download it to the admin laptop. We have an email set up to forward all court filings from our cases to everyone in the firm. That way not just attorneys but law clerks, paralegals, and admin staff are aware when filings happen. This is the email account I set the admin laptop up with. So I sent the live, laugh, litigate sign to that email. I assumed that it was set up just to forward emails from the courts firm-wide. The managing partner and owner of the firm was in my office getting some snacks and supplies. We were chatting while I worked, and he paused as a notification dinged on his phone. He anxiously says out loud, "What just got filed?" I knew instantly. I fucked up. A few attorneys complimented me on the sign later, and even the managing partner reluctantly said it was nice. TLDR, I emailed a live laugh litigate sign to my entire law firm as a court filing. Story 8. Today I messed up by accidentally sharing the wrong screen at work. Today I had internet connection issues at work, and to test it I went to Google and typed in something random to do a Google search. Being a gamer, I naturally have my left hand around the AWD keys since these are the most commonly used ones in many games. So when I typed something, the most straightforward choice was to just press twice with my long finger, which was on the S key, leading to the Google search SS. When I then shared my screen on the meeting, I accidentally opened this tab for the search, prominently displaying Schutzstaffel. This was in a meeting with 25 people who presumably now think that I am reading Nazi articles instead of working. This might sound like an extremely specific thing, but thinking about it, I think many people have probably experienced something very similar given the positioning of the left hand by many gamers. TLDR, I had connection issues and tested my Wi-Fi by Googling something random, which turned out to be Nazi content.